Hey everybody, it's Jeff, and this is the Indie Game Legend 3D Development Log Update 6. This week, a new wintry sector was added, so let's take a look at what went into that. Monday, I finally got basic game saves working. Almost, sort of. It saves player state, but not world state. I planned to come back to world state later in the week, but I didn't. But this was enough to help with debugging. Then I built a system to help generate all the materials and tile prefabs for a sector, given a color palette and textures. This is super dope because it'll save about 6 days of boring production work. And by the end I had Sector 3 tiles ready, so I set up empty rooms for a new Sector 3. Tuesday, I built the Sector 3 map. It only took a couple hours, and I also did a first pass on props for it. And then I went down a list of pending issues to fix from before, which were much less interesting to look at than this. So we'll just watch this. Wednesday, I took on the custom logic and effects of Sector 3. Getting the player to slide across ice seemed non-trivial with the character controller I had set up, so I experimented with UFPS, which I want to switch to eventually, but I decided against going down that rabbit hole just yet. I left it as a branch and found a quicker way to implement ice sliding. Before the end of the day, I also got snowing in. It now beautifully snows in all the Sector 3 rooms. Thursday, I had more custom logic and effects to do. Another addition to this sector are these vents that are in other sectors, but in this sector will release a cold vapor that freezes you if you get too close. Getting frozen also happens with the boss for this sector, so adding this to the sector earlier on introduces it to you sooner. The other big thing on Thursday was the color puzzle, which I made from these floating diamond shapes instead of the boring boxes of the original. The puzzle solution is randomized, but an NPC in this sector gives you a hint. Friday, I finished new enemies, one of which is the trap, which we got distracted trying to do a 3D model for. Unfortunately, I wasn't feeling it, so I just got it working with the billboard sprite, and it came out pretty good anyway. Other than that, I placed all the enemies, spawns, and set remaining properties on rooms. And by the end of the day, I could play through all 3 sectors. It's pretty cool. So next week, I'm going to slow down on new sectors. Instead, I'm going to polish these 3, get their bosses finalized, balance them, finish game saves, perhaps also revisit the menu. This way we can do another round of play testing and perhaps put out a preview build. So thanks to everybody that's been hanging out in chat. Next week I hope you'll join the Twitch stream as well and help me push through. Alright, see you all next week.